I'm going to take you through some things for our Scholastic News article for this week. Mo doesn't give up. We're learning about an author and an illustrator this week. So let's start by reviewing some vocabulary words. Okay, characters.
Characters. People who are part of the story. Characters can also be animals. These animal characters are from stories by Mo Willems.
Okay, so here we have some characters. Giraffes.
Drafts. Writers often rewrite their stories many times to make them better. They may also make changes to drawings. Each version is called a draft.
All right, and our last word, published.
Published. When a book is published, it is printed and sent to stores so that people can buy it.
Okay, there are vocab words. Okay, we're going to watch a video about some of the characters that Mo Willems uses.
All About Elephant and Piggy with Mo Willems.
Hi, my name is Mo Willems, and I make books. Elephant and Piggy are the first characters that I purposely designed to be in a series. I knew I was going to make more than one Elephant and Piggy book, and so that meant I had to cast my main characters, like you cast a TV show. Well, Elephant came first. I knew who Elephant was. I had been drawing Elephant Gerald for about a year. Every night when we have dinner, we draw on the dining room table on a piece of paper. And so this elephant would come up. I got a sense of its personality. But I knew that Elephant Gerald alone would not be worth reading. It wouldn't be exciting. I knew that Elephant Gerald needed a partner. So I held open auditions. I had a giraffe, I had muskrats, I had all these different animals come in to see if they would make a good partner for Elephant Gerald. And man, it was hard. I spent a long time auditioning and I just couldn't find the right character. I think I ended up with like a muskrat with a helmet at one point, but they didn't get along. They weren't best friends. And then one day, Piggy showed up and I knew it immediately. And I cast Piggy. And then only then did I start thinking about writing the stories that Elephant and Piggy would be in. Elephant and Piggy are best friends, and I could show anything in their life. I made 25 books. I could have showed anything. I could have showed them eating breakfast. I could have showed them going to the movies. But what I chose to do in every single book is to show these two best friends almost losing their friendship, miscommunicating, and suddenly realizing, oh man, I goofed, and then finding a way to rebuild their friendship together. So they're not the best friends because they all love the same things. They're not the best friends because they do the same things. They're not the best friends because they're famous. They're the best friends because whenever their friendship is about to fall apart, they do their level best to find a way to build it back together. So my job for 25 books was to make life miserable for them, was to stick them in the worst possible situations so that they almost lost their friends.
Okay, so in our video, we saw that they're best friends and they don't always get along and feel like best friends. Sometimes they have disagreements. So it's okay if you have disagreements with someone you care a lot about, just like these two characters. Okay? You just need to work together to try and fix things. I'm going to walk you through a lesson now, reading through the Scholastic News article on Mo Willems. In order to look at it on Nearpod.com and to be able to interact with it, you need to use the code BTFIL. BTFIL. So you're opening a new window. If you're on the computer, going to Nearpod.com and entering that code, BTFIL, and joining the session. The first thing you'll need to do is put in your name. After you're done hitting in your name, hit join session. Remember, if I go too fast and you need more time or you need a break, you can always pause the video. Okay, so here we have Mo Williams. He's an author, which means he writes. And he's also an illustrator, which means that he draws. So we already saw a little video about some of his work. It calls Mo Doesn't Give Up. So when things are hard, he doesn't just stop. He keeps trying. It says Mo Williams is an author and illustrator. He has made more than 60 books. How does he do it? That's a lot of books. As you read, think about the work habits that Mo has that you can have too. All right, I think the most important thing to learn is that he doesn't give up. So let's circle Mo Doesn't Give Up. That's the title of this article. Mo doesn't give up. I circled it, can you? When you're done circling, Mo doesn't give up. Hit submit. Okay, so if you have the Scholastic News article, which was sent home with you, in front of you, it opens up like a book. And this is one side of that book. Okay, so on the top it says, Good Work, Mo. But right now we're looking at just the first page. Good work, Mo. 1. So we have steps here. Mo takes his time. Mo made up the characters Elephant and Piggy. It took him a long time. He wanted 2 animals that were just right together. He drew many pictures. He wrote down many ideas. He did not rush. And then he had it. Elephant and Piggy were just right. So step 1 is that Mo takes his time. What does Mo do to have good work? We just read, Mo takes his time. That's a key idea from this section, that Mo takes his time. I circled Mo takes his time. Can you? Okay. Mo knows mistakes are okay is the other thing that he does. We're going to read this whole part is about that he knows that it's okay to make mistakes sometimes. Mo's books are not perfect on the first try. He makes mistakes. That's okay. A pencil has an eraser for a reason, he says. You can erase a mistake. You can try again. Mo makes a lot of changes on each book. I make many drafts, he says. Here's a draft and a final page from his book. A big guy took my ball. So here's what it looks like at first, on his first try on the draft, and this is what it looks like on the final copy. It's a lot more detailed. The text is very nice. It has color. It's on nice crisp white paper. He knows it's okay to make mistakes, and we have to keep trying. So when we read this section, the key idea is that Mo knows mistakes are okay. I circled the key idea. Can you circle the key idea? Can you read the key idea? Mo knows mistakes are okay. When you're done circling our 2 key ideas from this section, hit submit and it'll take you to the next page. It says, how does Mo make a book? He has great work habits. We already read about 2 of his good work habits, that he takes his time and he knows it's okay to make mistakes. But the third thing he does is he doesn't give up. I love this book, Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. Mo was not always a famous author. His first book was Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. Mo sent it to book companies. No book companies wanted it. He did not give up. He thought his book was good, and after 2 years, someone published it. Okay, so he didn't give up. He kept trying and trying. That's our key idea for this section. Mo doesn't give up, and neither should you. So he had to work really hard to get his book published, and this on the book here shows that it's award-winning. So after all that hard work, it ended up being loved by lots of people. Okay, number 4. Mo believes in himself. So because he believes in himself, that helps him be a good worker. You can believe in yourself in school and at home and other things that you do if you know that you can do things. So that's going to be our last key idea. Now I'm going to read it to you. Mo thinks his stories are good. He thinks your stories are good too. He says that the stories you write are important. He says they are as important as the stories he writes. There is no difference between what a first grader is doing and what I am doing, he says. So, his work habits that are good are that he takes his time, he knows it's okay to make mistakes, he doesn't give up, and he believes in himself. You can do all those things to do your best work too. When you're done circling all the main ideas, hit submit. Okay, now that we did our best reading, let's answer our questions. What is this article mostly about? How Mo has good work habits? Yeah, we read about his 4 work habits. How Elephant and Piggy are friends. We watched a video on that, but not an article on that, so it's not how Piggy and Elephant are friends. How Mo uses a computer. I didn't see him using a computer. I saw him drawing and writing with a pencil and paper. So our best answer is going to be how Mo has good work habits. So can you fill that in? What is one way Mo took his time to create his characters? Okay, I'm going to go back and show you one of our words, that was our vocab word, is that he makes different versions. He writes drafts and then final copies. Okay, so here's a draft, it's not detailed, and here's the final awesome copy. So, what is one way Mo took his time to create his characters? He makes drafts. So let's write that simple sentence. If you'd rather type it in, you can hit the T button here. He makes drafts. That shows that he takes his time, he's not rushing, he's willing to keep trying. He makes drafts. Okay, let's look at this next one. I want to highlight a really important word here. It says, Mo never uses his eraser to fix mistakes. Let's go back and look. A pencil has an eraser for a reason, he says. You can erase a mistake. So that shows me he does. Never means he doesn't. Mo never uses his eraser to fix mistakes. That is false. He said he uses an eraser. Mo has characters named Elephant and Piggy. Can you make up an animal character and draw it here? Okay, if you want to draw a picture of an animal here, you can. I will try. I'll make a bunny because Easter is coming. If you don't want to draw a picture, that's okay too. So I have his cheeks, his whiskers. Now I'm going to give him some big teeth so he can chew some carrots. Some eyes. Oh, I made him have really big eyes. Now I'll do his head and his big ears. So I drew a bunny. You can try drawing something if you want. And just like Mo, you have an eraser here too if you want. So if I think his whiskers are too long, I can erase them. Or this ear is smaller than the other, I can erase it and fix it, just like Mo. Okay? So I'm done with my bunny. My character's name, it says on the bottom, is going to be Bunny. B-U-N-N-Y. I can't wait to see what you come up with.